Howdy y'all, Amber here and welcome back to Ginger Cowgirl's Nook. Today we will be coloring out a Nifty 50's Tattoo Besties coloring book by Sherri Baldly. I love this coloring book. This is also one of my coloring books that I would like to hopefully finish by the end of the year. And the picture that I decided to color, sorry, let me get it, is this cute little page right here. Sorry, I had to move my lamp for a minute. As you can see, this is, I already colored the skin tone because I cannot color skin tones on camera. I just can't do it. So, we already colored the skin tone. And so, let's get started. We'll be using our Cali Art markers today. And I've decided that I want to make her kind of in a black and red palette. So, of course, that means her lips have to be stunningly red. And I preferred to go with a dark red rather than a bright red. Maybe she's a gothic 50s baby, who knows. So, let's just get her started. So how have y'all been? Anything new happened this week? Anything exciting? Let me know what y'all are coloring. If you found any new favorite illustrators. If you decided you found a new coloring medium that you like to use. Let me know down in the comments below. Because I would love to know. Are you guys participating in any buddy colors, color alongs, anything like that? Let me know down in the comments below. So I have had kind of a crazy week. So, as y'all know, I had to go to training that I had to leave my house at 5:30 in the morning to be to for a security job that I wanted. So I went and got my training all done, got everything all figured out with that. And came home, waited for my guard card to get here, which I have received. Got in contact with my employers again, let them know that I have my active guard card now. And then they're like, well, you have 9 more courses that you need to do for orientation. I'm like, 9 more courses after I've already been into training, but okay, so I got all 9 of them done in one night. Sent that through to my employer saying that I had got it all done, everything like that. They're like, okay, perfect, we need you to send us your I-9 forms. So I sent over my birth certificate, my social security card, all that kind of stuff. And then they're like, well, Tatum will be calling you to see where she could place you, because still, as of right now, I do not know where I'm going to be placed at for work. I know it will be in Logan somewhere. I don't know what the pay is. I don't know where it is so far. Still don't know any of that stuff. So I'm like, okay, I wait for Tatum to call. Me and Tatum play phone tag forever. So she finally texts me and asks if I could work 5:30 in the morning till 4 p.m. She still didn't tell me where it was at. She told me what the pay would be. She told me it was in Logan. She told me what the pay would be. And I'm like, okay, I don't know if I could do that because that would leave, because it said 5:30 And then it said military time, and I'm not very sure about military time, so I asked her, and she's like 5 in the morning to 4 p.m. Like, okay. And then I'm like, well, I don't know if I could do that because, and it was Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday, Saturday, and Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Well, every other Thursday, every Friday, every Saturday, and every Sunday, my husband goes to work at 6 p.m. at night, and he don't get home till 6 a.m. in the morning. Kind of a problem, right? Yes. So I'm like, I don't know if I feel comfortable leaving my kids home for, an hour between my husband and I getting off work and going to work. Now, my kids ain't super, super small. I got an 8-year-old and a 10-year-old, so it's not like, and a 4-year-old, and usually during the day, I would be much okay with that, semi-okay with that. But, if my youngest son wakes up and he's crying, then I'm like, I just don't want to do that. No, thank you. I don't want to risk that, right? Well, then I asked if maybe we could do it at 6. She said we couldn't do that because then they'll have to push everybody else's schedules out. Okay, fair enough. I understand that. I don't want to cause inconvenience to anybody else, right? So I'm like, yeah, I don't think that I'll be able to do that shift. I told her why. She said, okay. She goes, let me keep looking. I'm like, all right. So she kept looking. She texted me back a little while later, and she's all like, well, I have a job from 2:30 a.m. like from 4 p.m. or something to 2:30 a.m. I'm like, she goes, that's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I'm like, Monday's not a problem, Tuesday's not a problem, Thursday is kind of a problem because every other Thursday, my husband works the same shift that he always does. So from 6 to 6, and so that would leave my kids home for a very long time. I'm like, well, crap. And I gotta admit, I was kind of irritated. I was kind of frustrated because on my interview, they asked me if there was any shifts that I could not work, and I specifically told my interviewer that I could not work Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday at night because my husband would not be here, and that my husband would get off at 6 a.m. in the morning, and anything after that, between 6 a.m. and 6 p.m., I would be able to do, even on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So she told me that this wasn't a problem. They'll be able to find a shift for me. Like, awesome. They have lots of shifts available. And then when I went to training, I told them the exact same thing because we had to write it down. Told them the exact same thing. So I was very, very, very frustrated at this point. I've been working so hard doing all of this crap, jumping through this hoop and jumping through that hoop and driving down to this training, driving down to get background checks, fingerprints, all the stuff that I need to do, drug tested. And with the understanding that they would have a shift for me. Because I was completely open in my interview about it and in training about it. So I was frustrated. I looked back over the texts and I'm like, I was frustrated, and I tell my husband why I'm frustrated, and he's all like, babe, I thought because I had already talked to him about it prior. He's like, babe, I thought you said it was 5:30. And I'm like, did I? So I go back into the Texas, realize that it was 5:30. Then I text the employer to make sure that it is what I thought it was, which it was. And then I'm like, oh, well, I could swing that. Like, I could totally swing that. Because my husband's like, babe, I could leave at 5:30. And I'm like, well, if he could leave at 5:30 and I'm to be to work at 5:30, then my kids are only home for maybe the most 10 minutes. between me and my husband getting here, and probably not even that, because literally my husband lives, you pull out of our little thing where we live, you go up the road, you make a right, you go down that road about 2 blocks, and that's where my husband works. So not even 10 minutes. Maybe like 5 at the most. And I'm like, oh, well, I feel much, much better about that. So I text Tatum back, and I tell her that I'm all like, okay, is it actually 5:30 or 5? Because I thought you said 5, but it looks like when you text me it was 5:30. I would just like some clarification, please. So she told me, oh, yeah, it's 5:30. Sorry about that. My mistake. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, well, I could totally swing that. Like, and be comfortable, you know, with what I gotta do to get to work and get home to work between my husband and I. And I'm like, yeah, I could totally do that. So I texted her, told her I could totally do that. Haven't heard from her all day long, which it is Saturday. I do pre-record my videos on Saturdays for the upcoming week. So just so you know, when I'm talking to you guys, when I'm recording videos, I'm talking about stuff that happened the week before the videos post, to be honest. So anyways, so I'm like, yeah, I could do that. And so I text her that it's Saturday. You know, she's probably not in the office right now or today. So I'll try to text her back again on Monday. And hopefully I can get it, because that job is almost perfect. Because here's why. So my husband works Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and every other Thursday. And if I'm working Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, then it's 3 days a week that we're kind of like, we won't get to see each other that much, because I'll be at work by the time that he gets off. And when I get off, he's going to want to go to bed for him to go to work, right? Totally understandable. We totally understand that. But that would leave us Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and every other Thursday to do stuff as like the family. You know, and that would be like really awesome, because I'd still be able to rock climb. You know, we'll still be able to get groceries and stuff that we need to. Like when the kids are off from school, my husband likes to pick up and take little mini vacations. Like we could do that on Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, possibly every other Thursday, depending on what week it is. So I'm like, well, it's almost completely perfect. And the price wasn't bad either. Like the not the price, but the what's it called? The wage. The wage wasn't bad either. So I'm like, oh, I could totally do this. And so hopefully when I hear about it next week, hopefully they'll be able to put me in on that shift. If not, my husband's like, you know what, don't worry about it, because now he could work overtime, and he could work 4 hours of overtime and get paid $32 an hour to do that. And if he did that, you know, a couple times a week, we would be okay with as far as bills and everything went. However, the problem that I have with this is I have a really hard time depending on my husband for everything. I'm just too independent for that. I like having my own money. I like being able to get what I want, what I need. I like being able to help him with the bills and such. These are things that I really like to do. And he's like, but babe, it would be fine. We'd have plenty of money, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, but that's not the thing. The thing is, that means I would be totally, solely dependent on you. And sorry, ladies, for those of you that could do that, more power to you, but I can't. I cannot do that. I have tried. I literally cannot do that. I think it's because I was on my own for so long, and I've always been really independent. And I think it's also, as y'all know, I am very, very LGBTQ. I'm polyamorous, so if like I'm used to, when I have a girlfriend, being the sole provider, being, you know, that type of thing. So when I'm with a man, I still very, very much like to be independent, because for so long I have been independent. And I know that I could be very independent, you know, if it wasn't just me and my husband. If it was like me, my husband, and our girlfriend, or me and a girlfriend, you know, if for whatever reason my husband and I split up or whatever, which I don't foresee happening, but I'm just used to being able to provide for myself and whomever, you know, it is like my kids. I'll always provide for my kids, you know, and it's just kind of like that type of thing. And so I have a really hard time if I just had to rely on my husband, and I do have a very hard time when I gotta do that. Because it's not really me to do that. So I'm like, I don't know if I want to do that. You know, I mean, he would make sure I had everything I needed. He would make sure I had money to spend. He would make sure, like, all that kind of things. But it's just the simple fact of I need him for everything that I'm not okay with. So hopefully they will get back to me, and I won't have to worry about that. However, I mean, it would be okay. And like the security company that I'm working for, it's not like they don't have many jobs around. You know, they have them pretty much anywhere I would like to go to do them. But I don't know, I'm gonna give her some makeup here. I don't know why I decided to do it this way, I just did, so we're gonna roll with it. This is her eyeshadow, it's black and red, just like that. There we go. Going into black. Ooh, I like this black and red vibe. What do y'all think? Y'all like the black and red vibe? Because let me tell you, I am totally digging the black and red vibe. Oh, excuse me. So let's see, what color do we want to make this babe's eyes? And what color do we want to make her hair? So I think I want to go with a brown hair and brown eyes. But I want her brown eyes to be kind of brownish red eyes. Sorry, I'm just going through my Cali Arts over here, picking colors that I think I would like, because I don't pick my colors before I sit down to color. I just kind of roll with it to see, but all of these browns are kind of the same. Like, I don't think there'll be a big stark difference. So maybe let's go with we'll just make her eyes and the hair the same color. This is tan. We're just gonna make her eyes this color and her hair this color. I've decided. Anyway, so yes, I was a little frustrated about that, but at the same time, I'm like, well, they're the number one like security agency in the U.S. with 350,000 employees through the U.S. and around the world. So I'm like, there's gonna be a place for me, you know, if I don't do that, like that particular shift. It's just going to be a matter of time of when I'm going to start doing it. because they're going to send me out my uniform and everything like that already. So it's not like they're not going to like, it's not like it's just this is the only shift we have. You either take it or you don't, like many other jobs. They have a variety of jobs. And we just got to find one that works with my schedule. Well, not really my schedule, but more or less my husband's schedule. Well, I guess kind of my schedule, because I'm about to become very busy very quickly. And I'm so excited about that, but I'm not going to tell you about that until the next video, because it is going to be a lot to talk about. And since I've almost finished this video, we'll just save that conversation for the next video. But if you guys want to stay tuned for some very exciting news, my next video will have extremely exciting news in it. So, well, extremely exciting news for me. Some of you might not think it's exciting or like extremely good news, but I do, and I am over the moon about it. So, that will be coming up in the next video. So I'm just switching to the chisel tip here. I usually don't color with the chisel tips, but I'm trying really hard to teach myself, if I could speak today, to teach myself how to use these chisel tips, because I think it'll be very productive in future videos. If I could get comfortable enough coloring with them in the first place. Okay, so she is absolutely stunningly adorable. I love her. So, alright, let's give her little, let's make this dot bigger and give her 2 more. Oh yeah, look how pretty her eyes look now. Let's give some highlights here on her necklace. Yeah, like that. Okay, I like that. And let's give her some highlights here on her shoes. I like that too. Okay. Now, let's give her a little highlight on her belt too. There we go. Now we are going to dive into this little milkshake that she has over here. But first, I gotta fix my little lamp over here. I have my little jellyfish lamp over here, and I love to watch the jellyfish kind of while I'm coloring. So I had to fix that. Okay, now let's jump into this little I guess it's a milkshake. That's what I'm gonna say this. Okay, so first thing what we're gonna do, well, not with that tip, that would be a disaster. We're going to color the little cherries that are right here in bright popping red. Okay, there's her cherries. Let's make her straw red too, this bright red. Here we go. I like that. And what kind of ice cream do you think she'll have, y'all? I think we should do like a strawberry, vanilla, chocolate kind of ice cream. So here's her strawberry ice cream. And let's do a chocolate ice cream. Let's find a good potato brown here. This is potato brown. Oh, no, this is praline. We're going to make praline her chocolate ice cream. And then I'm going to take a super light yellow color. Probably this one right here. Yeah. Take this one right here and color this. I'm not sure what flavor this is, but I wanted to do vanilla, but then I'm like, I kind of don't want to do vanilla because it'll be super hard to see, so we changed it. And then we're gonna make her little cup here. This is Cool Gray 001. I'm gonna make that. Wait, no, it's Cool Gray 201, I think. It's a Roman numerals in there. And then it says 01. So we're gonna make her little glass this to look like those old-fashioned, like metal-esque metal looking shake things like that. We're gonna let that dry for a minute, and we are going to dive into our tattoos. So I'm gonna now use my little 65 fine liner pack set from Tibet, however you say that, to color all of our tattoos. While that is drying, so it looks like she got some floral tattoos going on here. Get some green on those leaves. And I always make the tattoos really simple, y'all. I don't really make them, you know, appear 3D or anything like that. Like, I literally just like pick the colors that look kind of like they would be in that color palette and then just color them, because I find that these tattoos are really, really small. I like how small they are, and I like the fact that it is a coloring book with tattoos. But it's very hard to color such tiny details, and sometimes I use my gel pens to color them, and that I find super, super easy. But my glitter gel pens are not like right by me anywhere close, and I didn't want to have to pause my video to go get them. This gal apparently really likes sunflowers because she's got 3 separate sunflower tattoos. So she likes her sunflowers. That's what I'm gonna color them as anyways, because that's what they remind me of. I'm gonna say this is another part of a sunflower too, right here. Sweet. We are then gonna get a different shade of green. Let's do a little bit of a darker green this time. Come on, green. We're going to color this little teeny tiny tip right here of the cherries, and we're going to color the rest of these little leaf shapes as if they are leaves. Okay, this is some wraparound of a leaf, and then we're going to color these little dots as leaves. This is a leaf. And we're going to color that little thing as a leaf. And now I need to get a brown to put in the little seed thingies on the sunflowers. There we go. This one we're going to put little dots in because I don't want a straight color. Well, it's straight color. It looks better that way. Okay, and this one as well. Okay, there's your little sunflowers. She looks so cute. And the last thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a red. She's got this little teeny heart down here, tattoo heart. We're also gonna color red. Okay, you guys, and there she is. She is super cute and adorable. We're going to take our white gel pen. We're going to color these highlight areas on her little glass that the artist left for us. Like that. Okay. There we go. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to color this border around here. I'm not sure what I want to color it with, but we are going to make do. There's a lot of little hearts. So I switched back over to my Cali Arts. I got my bright red now. I'm going to color all these little hearts because there's a lot of them. Okay, up here. And what I like to do is I kind of like to make my border match like the pictures that's in the picture. So like that's why I'm coloring these little hearts red, because of her little heart right there that's red. I'll probably color this in the dark black and red to match her little headband that she has in her hair. I might color these to look like weird sunflowers. I'm not sure. Actually, I think I want to make those look like sunflowers, even though they're not. Gotta move my plastic sleeve over so I don't get ink onto my next page, because that would upset me. Anyways, y'all, so it's kind of been the chaos that I've been in. And then yesterday I kind of got very, very overwhelmed because so I have been job searching for a couple weeks now, and I started going with the security job stuff because I found a really good job for that, you know, like a really good company. I already went to the training and stuff for it. But yesterday, as I was having all of this hard time with my schedule, even though in my interview I announced those were the days that I could not work and the hours I could work on those days, I didn't know what to do, so I got a couple other calls. So I woke up late, first of all. My husband was so sweet and he let me sleep until like noonish, so that was really sweet of him. But I woke up to my phone going off. I had a voicemail that I had missed because I was asleep, and within that voicemail I had a company that wanted to hire me. They needed immediate need for a security job position that was $15 an hour. It was through a different company than the one that I had already started with, and it was here in Logan. Other than that, I didn't know what, much about it. And they wanted me to interview for a job that was at what was it? When was it? I'm trying to think of when it was. Oh yeah, at 2, the exact same day, I had another interview that I was going to do, that I had to do at 1:30. So, and the email's like, I'm sorry, it's cutting it close. Both of them was. So the interview at 1:30, I got up, I went, got my coffee started. Yes, I'm a coffee drinker. And came back, checked my phone. I had the voice message that I had missed. And I'm like, okay, I'll check that in a minute. But I also had a email asking for an interview. I just got that email today because I just checked my email. Well, I mean, I checked my email the night before and I didn't have this email. And then I woke up and went and got my coffee, and at 11:30 I got the email stating that this particular people wanted me to interview with them at 1:30. It was already like 12:15 or something by the time that I got my coffee and whatnot. And so I'm like, oh crap. So I had to do that, and I'm like, okay, that's kind of, in the email they're like, we're sorry it's short notice, but we just so happen to be doing interviews, at this time. You had showed interest in working with us before, and we just got this job that will fit what you were looking for if you can make the interview. And I'm like, oh, that's so close. But I'm like, I'll make the interview. I gotta make it. And I'm like, crap. So I had that, and then so I was like, interview back to back. And then the night before, I had sent over to get sent over some stuff to an internship that I wanted to do. That internship ain't until this summer, but I had to get it in, by a certain time in order for them to even look at me. So I just barely thought about this, like, of course, at like the wrong time. So I was scrambling to get all that stuff in by the deadline. So I had to write like a cover letter. I had to send in my resume. I had to fill out the application for the internship. I had to in my cover letter, I had to explain why I picked the certain internships that I did. And all of this that I had to do on top of these 2 interviews. And then I had at 3:30, I was supposed to have a massage that my husband had scheduled for me, but I was unsure if I wanted that to happen, so I decided not to do that. And yes, it was a little bit crazy. And then that exact same day at 4, I needed to meet up with my best friend to go walk dogs. And I'm like, oh my goodness. So it was like stuff was hitting me right and left. But it was alright. Figured it out. Got it going well. So anyway, so yes, it was kind of a very, very hectic day. And I will explain more about this in the video that I will be posting next, because it kind of ties in with the really good news that I have to tell you guys. So yes. Okay, so the next thing I gotta do is I gotta pick a green to color all of this green stuff. Like this. This one up here. We'll color these little thingies green. I'm not sure what they are, but we're coloring them green. this green. This green. Okay, so there's that. Those are the things that I want to kind of reflect in this from the picture. But I'm going to take my dark red and I'm going to color these little heart shapes. It's actually kind of remind me of strawberries. Color that one. We're going to color this one. We'll color this right here. I'm not sure what these border things are supposed to be in these Sherri Baldly books, but it's okay. I just kind of make it up as I go. Part of me thinks they're like designs, but then part of me is like, well, maybe they're not designs. I don't know. So we're gonna color this one as well. This one. Checking my time. Alright, so before too long, y'all, I'm gonna have to end the video because I'm recording on my phone and my phone only lets me record for so long before it has a tissy fit. And whatever I do not color on camera, I will finish coloring and it will be posted up on my Instagram. If you want to know where my Instagram is, it is in my link tree. My link tree is usually in one of the thumbnails things on the first page. You have my link tree there, where the title of my page is. So you guys, if you guys want to check out my Instagram, you guys could go ahead there, check it out, and that is where I post all the pictures that I color on camera, off camera, and whatever I don't finish on camera, I finish and then post the picture onto Instagram. So you guys can always go there and check it out. But I think we might be able to finish this little picture here. I'm not sure what these are, but we're going to go ahead and color them this color. We'll come back and put white right there. Okay. We're going to color them purple anyways. And then I'm going to go every other one of these. This color, I'm not sure what color we'll put with them. Maybe we'll just leave them white as well to kind of match. These look like to be some type of little candies. Could also be a rose. I'm not the illustrator, so I'm not sure. Okay. Color these ones up here the same. My husband just got home. So, with that being said, I am going to go ahead and end the video here. I hope you guys enjoy the videos. I hope you guys enjoy the content. If you do, please like, comment, and subscribe. Hi, babe.
Recording?
Yep, but I'm almost done. and subscribe to my channel. And if you do subscribe to my channel, please go ahead and hit that little notification bell so that you can get a notification every time I upload a new video. Until next time, bye guys!